Hi and welcome back to Mentor and yet another video podcast. I hope you're all well. Today I will be giving you yet another rerun from my previous series on my old channel, and it's a bit of question and answering sessions from back then. I will be releasing my second part of how I became a pilot soon, but you'll have to wait another couple of days for that. So please enjoy this old episode, and I will be coming back with new material very soon. So, I've had quite a few questions about what I think is going to happen to aviation within the next 40 years or so. Now, as you can imagine, it's very hard to answer that. I can only guess really what's going to happen to our jobs, and people are talking about drones and if we are going to need pilots in the future. And to be perfectly honest, I think that we will see a movement towards more and more automation to try to eliminate the human error out of the system. That does mean that I think that in a very far future that we will probably see drones flying around with people on board, but I think that is in a very far future. Because to be honest, the only ones that really operating drones at the moment are the military, primarily the American military, and at the moment they have a crash rate which far supersedes the crash rate of the planes flown by humans. And I think it's fairly natural because first of all, the drones are still flown by humans, but the humans are sitting on the ground, which means that they don't feel the vibrations, they don't feel the danger or what's going on around them, which is absolutely crucial to be able to fly in a safe way. And if we're talking about completely automated drones, I don't think that that's on the horizon for the next 30, 40 years at least, because the computer just lacks the capacity to handle the diversity of things that is happening on a normal day. On a normal day when you're flying an aircraft, it might look like it's routine that you're flying from A to B. How hard can it be? But we take hundreds, if not thousands, of tiny little decisions, left or right, up or down, quicker or slower. Should we do this? Should we do that? All the time, because the environment is constantly changing. So, do I think that drones will be able to take over completely? No, not in a very, very long time from now. By the way, this is my son, Lucas. Hey Lucas, say hello. It's Carnival this weekend, so that's why he has dressed himself up a little bit today. Anyway, that's one thing. So I don't think that you guys need to be worried about drones taking over your jobs or not becoming a pilot because you're going to be obsolete. It's not going to happen for the foreseeable future, both because what I've just said and also because aviation regulation takes a long time to change, and to implement something as drastic as taking away the pilots out of the flight deck will need extensive changes to regulation, which I just can't see happening. Just bear with me a second. Lucas, if you come back soon, I'm gonna just do this and then I'll be out playing with you, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Go and check on the TV. Alright?
Papa,
Yes.
jag kan tänka på en mocklar och sen så dit och lägga.
Okay, and the next thing that I would like to answer, which is also something that I've had a few questions about, is whether or not you should go directly from your high school or college to go into flight training, or if you should try to go through and get a university degree or not. Basically, I'll refer back to some of my older videos when it comes to this, about how to become a pilot and so on. It's a good thing if you do go through and get a university degree. First of all, it gives you better life experience. It gives you a broader picture of what life is actually about. And you also have something to fall back on in case you find out after a few years that this pilot thing isn't for you. It's not, good for your family, your life, or whatever. You have a foundation to move back onto. So if you want to go through and take a university degree, I think that's probably a good thing to do. However, if you don't feel like that, if you're just itching to start getting into aviation and you want to get your training done as quickly as possible, there's nothing wrong with that either. That's just a different way of going. That's the way that I did it. I started off in a really early age. I actually had my aviation license, my PPL, before I could drive a car. So I started off when I was 17. But as I said, whichever way you choose to do it, there's pros and cons to both of them. And I definitely don't think that you should skip a university degree if you want one, just to start your aviation training quicker. It's a good thing to get through the university. I've also had a question just about what the captain's responsibilities are, and to be honest, it would probably take a good hour for me to discuss in detail what the captain's responsibilities are. But if I answer it quickly, the difference between being a first officer and a captain is that the captain is the one that's ultimately responsible for all decisions taken on board the aircraft, and he's the one that's responsible for the safety of the aircraft at all times. Which means that once we are airborne, I have to take the decisions, and I have to be able to motivate the decisions that I've taken based on safety, and also later on also based on commercial aspects, professionalism, so on. So the first officer is a pilot just like me. We fly the same way. We take, normally I fly one way and then he or she flies the way back. And so we do exactly the same job. It's just that when it comes to critical decisions, I am the one who's going to have to take that decision, and I'm also the one who's going to have to answer to it. So in short, that's the difference between a first officer and a captain. Now, those are some of the common questions that I've received. Please continue to send in whatever questions you come up with. And you can also send me questions via Instagram. Not too much Facebook. I'm trying to keep Facebook to just me and the family, but Instagram definitely. I'm on Twitter as well. So feel free. Just send me whatever you can think of, and I'll try to do something with it. And if you like this, I'm going to continue to have these Q and A sessions when I feel that I have enough questions to do so. So please tell me what you think, if you like it or not. And it's great to have you here. I really like it, and I really think that we can do something good with this.